Thanks everyone who's joining us here today. We're going to give a few more minutes. We are trickling in to get started. So we'll get started in about 2 minutes. I'd like to welcome everybody. This is Jake, Navy veteran and CEO of Localvest, and thank you for joining us for today's event, our quick pitch with Localvest. A warm welcome to all of you who are coming here for the first time. So you know Localvest is a marketplace where investors and veteran entrepreneurs connect to build America's fastest growing companies. And we're on a mission to build the largest community of veterans investing and supporting veteran entrepreneurs or their causes. And we do that by making connections at events like this one and sharing opportunities with the thousands in our growing network. We do that on marketing on digital platforms, and that makes us expand the reach to even more investors. And in the background, we have tools to help you engage. So here are my calls to action for you. If you are an investor, sign up for the platform. It's free, and you'll see even more active deals than the ones that you're going to hear about today. And you'll be the first to hear about new ones that come up. If you're raising capital, reach out and we can talk about if your opportunity is a good one to be able to go onto the platform. And that includes funds and real estate syndicators who want to make their first move into ads on social media. And we have a system that allows us to do that. Let me know and we can talk more about it. And if you want to help in our mission to connect visitors or investors and veteran-led companies, reach out and we can talk about how your company, our company can work together. All right, so for today, we got 5 companies who are going to give a quick pitch. I'm not going to ask any questions, no follow-ups. If you do have questions, you can put them in the chat. If they don't answer them today, we'll capture them and they'll answer you through email or give you a call. And everyone who signs up today is going to get a recording and links for the connections. A reminder, we're not betting the deals here. You're not investing through us. This is about making a connection, have a direct conversation with the companies, and then you can decide about investing and going forward from there. And with that, let's get things started. And the first one up is someone most of us know, is Bill Militello, and he's going to be talking about his next opportunity, which is down in Texas. So Bill, I'll let you share the screen and take it away from here. All right, do we get it here? I'm looking. Are you there, Bill? All right, I tell you what, let's swap to go through because I think we may have lost Bill in the group. So we'll let him come back in here. So give me 1 minute here. Are you ready to go, Chris?
Yes, I am.
All right, adapt and overcome. All right, so now for something completely different, we'll bring Bill back in a second. We have Chris here. And he's going to talk about something I'm always very interested in, which is how do you invest in farms and ag businesses? And he has a great way to do that. So I'll turn it over to you, Chris, and we'll come back to Bill.
All right, Jake, can you give me a thumbs up if you see my slides? All right. Hey, everybody. Chris Raleigh, CEO and founder of Harvest Returns. We're a platform for investing in agriculture. I appreciate Localvest for having us on today. Today, we're going to talk about our private credit fund. Before I do that, I have to show you this quick disclaimer that my lawyers make me show you, and there you go. So a little bit about our company. I started it in 2016 with my co-founder, who is also a veteran, to bring investors together with farmers, ranchers, agriculture businesses. And we've been doing that. You can see sort of our track record here, some of our numbers, and we've decided for various reasons that I'll get into to put together a private credit fund. So that is what I'm talking about here today. So our goal at Harvest Returns is to, of course, put together investors with farmers and ranchers, and this is kind of the way we do that. Our thesis and why we're bullish on agriculture is because the population continues to increase, despite, in some Western countries that level of increase is going down. But between now and 2050, the world's population is going to grow about 20% to top out at about 10 billion people. And at that same time, those people are going to consume the calories they consume. Those requirements are going to grow, according to USDA, by about 40%. And the reason for that is as countries become richer, they consume more calories and they specifically consume more protein. So because of that, that's how we shaped the type of investments we do and some of the type of investments that are in this private credit fund. We believe that farmers can be profitable while growing food more sustainably and creating more food security. And one of the things that I'll highlight here is our livestock investments. We've done quite a few of those, and they've been successful. We believe in raising protein sustainably, doing it with regenerative methods, growing methods. This is things like grass-fed, grass-finished cattle that are grown in intensive grazing. And also the farmers and ranchers that we work with, they're capturing more of the protein value chain. As most people know, agriculture is a low margin business for the most part, but those producers and those agriculture businesses that can capture, vertically integrate their businesses are going to make more profits. So why are we doing a private credit fund? The first is very simple, because there's a demand for it in the agriculture system. As everybody knows, inflation is although it's coming down, it's still if you've been shopping, you see it's a thing in the food industry, and that's still a problem. And not only that, and interest rates are high, and banks credit is tight, so banks aren't lending what they used to. And so we've taken advantage of these trends to kind of put together this product, which enables us to do short-term loans to farmers. And this is not something new. We've been doing this on individual loans since about 2019. I'll get into our track record on the next slide. These loans are across farmers and ranches and agribusinesses all over the United States, and they're collateralized with real assets. So that's land. They're collateralized with equipment. Occasionally, it'll be receivables. A small part of the portfolio is accounts receivable. Most of it is tangible things like land. And we've been doing this for a while. We see a lot of deals, and only in very few deals make it onto the platform and into our fund. So this is our track record. Put it against two common indexes, of course, the S&P 500 and the Bloomberg Bond Index. You can see that since we've been doing these loans over the past 3 or 4 years, we've got some nice returns, but it's also significantly less volatile than those other indexes. And the way we've been able to do this has been very careful with the loans we make and to manage them across the fund. And fortunately, up to now, we've had no credit defaults or workouts or anything like that. And we're going to intend to maintain that track record with this fund. This is myself, team. I'm a retired naval officer, 30 years active in reserve service. My co-founder and I also work in technology and commercial real estate and investing, and have been investing in startups for quite some time. Co-founder Austin Manis, Army veteran, who was also worked on his family farms, kind of grew up with that ag background when he was a teenager. Peter Lee, our CFO and leads due diligence. He's has about 25 years in private equity and structuring deals. And then Suzanne keeps it all together with some really tight controls. So this is the fund we're raising. It's a $20 million target. Individual investments, the minimum investment for accredited investors is $50,000, and you can go up from there. We've had this fund open. We've got about over $1 million. We're ready to deploy that, but we're ready to talk to new investors and get that capital deployed by the end of March. We've already got deals ready to put it into. Some of them are pre-vetted, and we've already worked with those particular farmers and ranchers. The way this works is quarterly distributions with a 10% preferred interest. That's an annual rate, and anything above 10% will be split between the investors at 80% and us as the manager at 20%. So it's a 4-year term. You should not invest money that you need to access before the 4 years are up. And we're shooting for a 14.5% IRR, which, if you saw in the previous slide, that's pretty much right in line with what we're doing. So all that said, be happy to talk to you. There's a lot of ways you can reach out. You can give me a phone call. We can set up a call. You can send me an email. You can visit, of course, the Localvest, which shows the private placement memorandum. You can visit our platform, find us on social media, all those things. So be happy to take your questions in the chat or reach out individually. And thank you very much, Jake and Localvest, for having us on.
All right, thanks, Chris. Like I say, I found it very interesting finding more about how investing in ag works. It's a neat way to do it. I encourage you to reach out to Chris and have a conversation, since it's just something we don't talk about a lot. You don't see come up very often. So it's great to have you here. Info's in the chat if anybody's interested there. We're going to keep going on actually to Hydrate Heroes. And we have Larry Martin and Michael Gardner here. They've been working this for a little bit about their new product going from brick and mortar regional to nationwide with the new distribution channel. I will let you two take it from here. So if you want to share your screens, and we'll get started. Great to have you here.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks everyone. Let me make sure I'm in. Boom. Technology. Can you see the screen okay?
Yes, it's looking good, Mike.
All right, great. My name's Michael Gardner. I'm the CEO and founder of Hydrate Heroes. Myself and Larry Martin, who's on with us, will be able to tell a little bit more about each of our backgrounds. But we want to kind of get right into what we're doing, because the most important thing to look at what we're doing is it's not about a beverage or just a drink. It's really about a cause marketing program that we're actually helping with the military with our plant-based hydration drink. And we're the first plant-based certified hydration drink with elderberries, zinc, vitamin D, no sugar, no caffeine, no stimulants. But most importantly, we're actually contributing 25% of our gross sales gone toward different military foundations. We've just launched this program November 11th, and it's really been received well with the community. When you look at the market with plant-based beverages, it's the trending market right now, where in 2020 it did 2.4 billion. 2030 is projected to be over 71.83 billion. Again, but for us, I always say this: it's not about a beverage or a drink. It's about a movement, and that's really what brought Larry and I together. About giving back with not just, when you look at COVID, it really showed us health and wellness is a universal language we all need to embrace. It doesn't matter how much money you have, what your skin color is, or your background. At the end of the day, without your health and wellness, nothing really matters. So when Larry and I teamed up and we put this together, it's just really been something that we're very, very passionate about. And where we started was, we have a proven brand, and it's in the ready to drink. That brand, actually then we did a brand extension into the military with Hydrate Heroes. So the brand itself, plant-based, without the stimulants, we call it a beverage with benefits. It's been received well with the community. Now we're just going into the military and really focusing on that cause marketing to the military. We've done a lot of grassroots marketing. We've got brand acceptance. We're in retail with it, but with our powder stick, we're actually doing a direct to military consumer. With that said, our team that we've actually been able to put together, in addition to Larry and myself, is a team of over 130 years of military service. General Keith Thorogood, he's a retired general, 2-star general. He actually ran logistics for the Army, global logistics for commissaries and throughout. Lieutenant Vegas, she actually is a 20-year veteran, retired, that's actually come on board to run our sales and marketing for the direct to the military consumer. She ran, actually over 5,000 soldiers. She's got a very unique story in itself. Gary McDermott, he's an investor as well as a partner, working partner. He was a 20-year veteran. And more importantly, then we have Justin Singletary. He's also former military, and actually, he was actually started his own company, and actually is one of the largest 3PL providers for global distribution. So he's our fulfillment company with his company called fulfillment.com. Then Evan Singer, his background, direct access to the military commissary. So there's a lot of, it's just, a lot of great people that are getting behind what we're doing, because the cause marketing itself, again, it's about giving back to our country and helping, health and wellness, promoting that, but also more importantly, giving back to these foundations that all need the money. And we're doing a lot of good work with it. Myself, short background, entrepreneur. I've always been in the health and wellness business, came from an obese family. I was on QVC, Home Shopping Network, the shopping channel in Canada, which actually led me to selling that off. And then the Home Shopping Network, then I actually was creating a reality show based off of my book is when I came up with this idea. So again, I've been in the health and wellness industry for over 30 years. I've always looked for niche marketing opportunities, again, trends, but more importantly, my passion has always been to help fight obesity and health-related diseases. So with that said, I'll introduce you to Larry and let him kind of speak for himself. I've been blessed to have partnered with him, and honestly, when we met, it was like all the forces and the stars lining up with the military initiatives. So Larry, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Larry Martin. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of Clean Energy, and specifically focused on the military. At this time, I'd like to review our direct marketing approach, what I call the unique selling presentation called USP. I have found that marketing to defined audiences with a cause marketing component can generate substantial amount of revenue. My most recent try in that is when I was the CEO of Field and Stream, which I'm sure many of you know, being military and outdoors people. And we had a direct cause marketing component called Heroes Hydrate. And I was able to market our products initially online and through the various publications, and then eventually into the retail stores, and increase our sales there through a relationship with Dick's Sporting Goods. And what I've learned is that if you can reach a defined audience with a good product, that you can win both for the consumer and giving him a great product, as Mike has described, but more important, supporting a cause that I'm very passionate about, and that being the military, because of my relationships into the military, through my family having served for years, and most recently my daughter being a commander in the Navy, and still is, in fact, moving on. The way it works is fairly basic. We work with military foundation databases, foundations that I'm sure you are familiar with, be it Penn Fed, be it student veterans, so that we are sending out the cause marketing and request to buy through them directly. So the email is sent by the foundation with a message from the CEO to support, which then drives them through a fulfillment, wherein 25% of the gross sales are going to the military cause. I know of no other company that has ever accomplished that. It works very well with powder because of our pricing structure. So in our sale, which is a $29.99 price, we are capable of donating $7.50 to that foundation. So the numbers sort of speak for themselves. My results in Field and Stream were actually much greater than that, but we're using very conservative numbers. And so I leave it and I send it back to Mike.
So wait, with that said though, Larry, I think you had a Freudian slip when you said with the Field and Stream, you did Hydrate Heroes, which is really good, because if we do half of what you did with Field and Stream, it was Heroes Conservation, correct, Larry?
With Heroes of Conservation, which you can look up on the line, it was a 7-year program.
Yeah.
We gave away millions of dollars, had different sponsors, did a national event in Washington, D.C. every year with speakers, and then we gave money on every single sale through that. So I plan.
So that was a clarification. You said it, Hydrate Heroes. So you got me even more excited because
Excuse me,
like
the
I said,
name of the program was Hydrate
Is-
Heroes.
Heroes
What?
Conservation,
Oh,
right?
excuse me. Well, no, the program was called Heroes of Conservation
Yeah.
at Field History. And excuse my Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
because
I love it. I'll take it all day long. Like I said,
Heroes
if we
of,
do half,
Heroes of
we're good.
Conservation, and we just mimicked it to be Heroes of.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the key. You know, again, for everybody listening, you don't know us, and we love it. You know, definitely dig in deeper with y'all. You know, our projections, like anything, you know, we try to be conservative, but the response that we're getting, you know, just right now with the focus and the momentum that we have, we've already established multiple foundations with millions of databases. So for us, it's really important. It's not about the money. It's really about making sure that the money's going to the right cause and the right team and the right people, and the military is getting the money. That's the most important thing for us. So, you know, with that said, you know, there is an opportunity to be part of, you know, our movement. And again, we're looking for, you know, investors that want to be part of something, because it is a movement, but more importantly, you know, it's to make a positive impact in our communities, in our future, in our military. And, you know, again, I just believe in, you know, be a hero for your health, be a hero for your country, be a hero and join our team. Larry, you know, as far as some of the outline of the investment, if you want to just go over that real quick, that'd be great.
Sure, I can go over that. And thanks for the Freudian slip. It just shows you how much I'm vested in Hydrate Heroes now versus
Love it.
Heroes for Conservation. But the raise that we're looking for is a $2 million raise. We're planning on doing a disproportionate share of cash flows. So we're using an LLC to accomplish that, to avoid double taxation. There's a 10% preferred return until all the capital is returned, plus the 10% preferred interest.
Mm-hmm.
We believe $2 million is all we will need in this particular launch, because of the results that will come will be more than enough to support the growth of the company from the inventory that will be required. It's also important to know that the fulfillment company that Mike mentioned is veteran-owned. The ClickFunnels company we're using is veteran-owned.
Yeah.
Lawyers are veterans. So we're very focused on making a major impact in the military community, with the goal of literally becoming a company that gives more to the military than any other corporation, including the big corporations.
Yeah, and I think also it's important to just, you know, in closing this out, and thanks for the time, everyone, but real quick, you know, we also have, you know, Derek Brooks, John Starks, Dominique Dawes, gold medal winner. They're actually equity partners with us, and, you know, they're big into the military, giving back. So we've actually got a big focus that we're starting, just going after military influencers, which we're having on March 5th. We're actually doing a military with one of the foundations. It's going to be super cool. So make sure you follow us and just keep in touch. And you know, our Instagram's official Hydrate Heroes. And you know, we love to speak to anybody. Definitely, you can reach out to us directly. You know, we can pass along the connections or whatever, the email. And also, we'll be sending a link to just a little sizzle reel that kind of outlines just some of the people. We were just at a military conference in Nashville, and just a reaction from that audience at Student Veterans Foundation was amazing. So with that said, just want to thank everybody. And again, be healthy, be happy, be hydrated. What's your B? Be a hero and join our team.
All right. Thanks, Michael and Larry.
Thank
Now,
you.
what we're going to do here is we are going to try to jump in, and Bill is back. He lost internet, but he's able to dial in. So we're going to try this. So can you hear us, Bill?
Can you hear me, Jake?
Perfect. Better
right.
than way before. So I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, excellent. Hey, thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate it. Sorry, I'm off camera, just trying to save bandwidth here. But of course, happy to meet with anybody on this opportunity. So we're talking about a San Marcos opportunity, and this is a 506C or Reg D deal, so it's only open to accredited investors. With that being said, here's a here's a picture of the property. It's located in San Marcos, Texas. It's in the MSA of Austin, on the road from Austin to San Antonio, one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing geographies in our country. It's two buildings, totaling about 215,000 square feet. It's brand spanking new. It was just delivered last month. And next slide, please. So a little bit about the property. This is the thing to key in on here is the building depth. Building 1, 165 feet deep. The building 2, 180 feet deep. That's to our advantage. I'll go into it later, but there is no inventory available in this area. The buildings to the left and the right are 100% leased. Our target market for these buildings is not, I underscored, not like an Amazon or a big Fortune 100 company. This is for small and medium-sized businesses that will take 20, 30, 40,000 square feet from us. So we have a lot of diversification, and there of any vacancy that is in the area, it's with the big boxes. These are big Amazon warehouses, 500 feet deep, and you can't subdivide 500 square feet, 500-foot depth buildings to support the small, medium-sized businesses. If somebody wants 10,000 square feet, you'd essentially be giving them, 20 foot wide by 500 feet deep. You'd be leasing them a bowling alley or a lane in a bowling alley. So this is a unique product. We've got a ton of experience. I'll go into that in a second. Next slide, please. So historical returns, again, a lot of experience in this product. Me and my partner have got 2.5 million square feet of a very similar product in the Southeast United States and Texas. Here's 3 recent returns or investments of similar product that have come full cycle, and you can see that the gross IRR to an investor is north of 20%. We have this thing modeled at 15.5, but I think there's a very good chance we'll do better than that. Next slide. What is the investment? The investment is preferred equity. There's $7 million available. It's got a 10% preferred return with a waterfall of profits after that. And I think what is worth also pointing out that there's $15 million of total equity going into this deal. Okay, 15. 11 we're raising from investors, and 4 is from the sponsor, from us, the management team. We are subordinating our $4 million that's in the deal already to investors' $11 million. So from a risk perspective, you know that we eat our own dog food and that we're willing to subordinate our investment to our real dollar investment. These are real, no kidding, checks that have been written into the property and subordinating that to investors. Next slide, please. Again, talk a little bit about sponsor experience. Me and my co-sponsor, Denholtz, they're a privately held, vertically integrated real estate and development company, 70 years of experience, over $2 billion in assets, 6.8 million square feet across 55 properties. We've worked on 12 projects. It says 7 years. It's actually 8 years with multiple successful exits. I showed you 3 in a previous slide that had an IRR north of, I didn't cherry pick, by the way. Those are the 3 most recent exits, all profitable exits. And we're closely aligned. Our money's in the deal, and we're looking, and we look for areas of high growth, low product type that we have a lot of experience in. So San Marcos, fits the bill. Next slide, please. Every property has risk, and so every property has risk. The one risk of this property is that we're receiving it empty. We're delivered by the builder empty, so we have to sell the property. There is a robust amount of pre-lending. I'm very confident that this property will
Are you there, Bill? I think we may have to stop to go through on Bill's. Are you there, Bill? All right, technology is not treating us well today. Tell you what we're going to do though is Bill's given the presentation a few times to go through. I encourage you, if you have interest, you're going to get the links and be able to reach out to Bill. I think most of you know who Bill is to go through. It's really a property worth looking at and talking to him specifically about what you're thinking about here when it comes to San Marcos. So what we'll do now then is we will switch to Tom at Cloakharbor.
Yeah.
That works for
Hey,
you,
Jake,
Tom. Oh yeah.
I'll
Oh
give
wait,
you
you gonna close me out? There we go. Let's try
Hey,
it.
Jake, I'll give you. Yeah, sorry. This is horrible. The internet is just the power went out and the internet crapped out. So listen, I'll put the presentation Localvest. This is a great opportunity. I believe in it wholeheartedly. It's done before many times with successful results. If you have any interest, please don't hesitate to reach out, on the Localvest deal tile, my email or my Calendly link. Happy to hop on a call with anybody, text me, call me, and we're closing in 30 days. So with that, I apologize for the
Great. All right. Glad we got it in. All right. Now, so Tom, now we can go Tom. So if you want to pull up, we have Tom from Cloakharbor. They actually have several new developments, complete an accelerator, lots of interesting things. I'm actually excited to hear what Tom has to say on his update. So once you have your slides up, the floor is yours, Tom.
Thank you, Jake. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I know why Bill's the CEO, right? And he's raised over $3 billion. That was such a great presentation. I want to connect him with my brother who loves real estate investment. So, but so you can see my slides, right, Jake? Oh, let me go ahead and hit share. Can you all see that slides okay?
Now we can do it. Yes, you're good.
Great. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tom Dawson. I'm the founder and CEO of Cloakharbor. We founded Cloakharbor 3 years ago after, or I should say I founded it because someone I love very dearly was being predated upon by a dangerous stalker. And I knew that I could solve the problem. And I also knew that the right way to solve the problem wasn't just for her, it was actually for us to create a company that could do this the right way, do it with integrity, and continue to scale up as needed in order to win the war on privacy. The war on privacy is real. There's a new victim of privacy crime every 2 seconds, and lives are at stake. Just recently in November, the Honorable Andrew Wilkins was killed in his driveway. It's a judge in Maryland. And just last March, we had a victim of a stalker, video stalker, went to her house and killed her despite several protective orders being in place. And these days, it's not just that violent nature of the privacy war. It's really everything, right? Your locations, finances, messages, and other assets are easy to leverage. Prying eyes are emboldened. And bottom line is there just is not a robust integrated privacy defense that's out there that's going to be safe and easy to use, right? You can build it yourself, it's very difficult, or you can pay a tremendous amount if you're a wealthy individual and you can have that done for you. We're actually going to become the Airbnb of the individual privacy market and integrate a number of point solutions in a way that's quick and easy with high trust, and we're going to deliver that to the United States en masse. I'd like to introduce to you Stealth Mode. It's the only fully integrated 5-layer privacy protection on the market. We believe the best defense is a surprising offense, basically, because they can't take what they can't see. We believe in and will provide legal pseudonymization. What is that? I'll get into it. It provides greater invisibility. So starting down the bottom left, we issue you cover identities and pseudonyms for your phone number, for your credit card, right? And then we move on. Then we secure your messaging, both with encrypted email and encrypted messaging. Then we anonymize your connection with the best VPN on the market. And then we go ahead and we monitor your identity using TransUnion, not LifeLock, but TransUnion. They have 49 million members, and they're better than LifeLock with 2 million in indemnity compared to 1 million in LifeLock. Then lastly, we go and we reduce your footprint by taking you off 270 different places that are reselling your data. So how do you put on stealth mode? First off, we're going to cloak everything that needs cloaking: location, finances, messaging. Then we give you a tradecraft manual. It's 50 pages right now. It gives you all the details on how to leave the grid, and how to put on your cloak and take it off, right? So that needs to be easy, and it needs to be something that you understand in detail, right? Then finally, we calculate a stealth score that helps track your progress and inspires your vigilance. And then finally, we do reduce your digital footprint. So we've built out over these 3 years, we've built out 18 best-in-class brands. And some of the standouts include Identity Force by TransUnion, Proton Mail, Proton VPN, right? Signal messaging, SentinelOne is the antivirus, Bitwarden, password protector, right? So here's a look at in detail what we're doing. These are the 4 layers of protection that we provide in our base offering. And this is what it costs us to produce that. So it costs us about $35 to produce this 4 layers of protection, right? And then, so this is our base, but we're not going to charge $35. We're going to charge $50. We're going to provide 4 layers. Compare that against LifeLock by Norton. They're out there offering 1 layer of protection. And so for just a little bit more, you can get into something that's at least 4 times better, right? And it's fully integrated. Then you go up to our higher end product, where we're actually providing a fully transactional corporate cover identity, right? And when we do that for you, give you a special debit card, we basically are pricing that around 100, 125. That comes in at half of what Black Cloak is offering. And again, they're only offering 3 layers of protection. We're offering 5, right? And Black Cloak, they're charging about $5,000 a year. We're charging significantly less. Really in that $600 to $1,200 a year range is where we're going to be for our high-end product. Another thing we offer on both packages is an add-on. It's our secure phone. It's built on a custom graphene operating system where we load in all the apps that we're going to be recommending and integrating, making it really easy for you to just pick up that phone and even switch. In due time, we'll make it so that every time you change phones, you're going to be able to change your persona, right? So someone like me might only need to change their phone every year. Someone else might need to change their phone every week or every day. And we're going to make that very easy. We're also building out this stealth score that, like I said, it helps gamify and give you a motivation to pull you through the process of putting on and taking off your cloak and increasing the strength of that cloak. Our members, we're like we said before, we were founded out of a spirit of service. We really want to shield the vulnerable and elevated risk citizens in our country, not just the wealthy. Right, so we want to help protect politicians, yes, but we also want to help police, athletes, executives, fiduciaries, IT administrators, judges. As I mentioned, they're one of our top candidates right now for protection. Educators, even administrators of education, doctors, military, right? The people that are upholding our democracy right now are at the greatest risk, and their families are at the greatest risk of probably our entire history. These days when someone in Afghanistan can look up where my family lives, maybe I'm not so well protected, right? So all this matters to us. We all believe in the military here. we all have some sort of military connection. But even deeper than the military, there's a belief in our Justice Department and in our democracy and in our Constitution, right? Cloakharbor will aim to uphold that by making sure that the people that fight for our democracy are able to be protected. The market is ridiculously big. This is just one way to look at our market. Right now it's 13 billion growing to 33 billion. It's actually much larger than this, but I think this is sufficiently big for us to say we need to exist. Our assets today, what we've done is we've built a secure architecture. We've built it on a containerized SaaS platform. We've taken and made our back end almost unbreakable for the different secrets that we want to protect. And by the way, the correlation between your pseudonym and your real name, that's a secret, right? So we want to protect that like a confidential secret. We've built a secure phone. We have created the partner agreements, the launch video, our initial website. Feel free to go to cloakharbor.com and look at that. That website will be up until we do our beta launch in July. We've also built the Tradecraft manual, and we've also built our first version of our UX UI clickable prototype, because we do want to make this entire customer journey very seamless and very friendly and safe feeling, because it's, you know, it's important. And sometimes people come to us not out of joy, but because their lives are at risk, right? And so we are going to be building out this demo. We'll develop the stealth score even further. We'll stand up our call center and our call center scripts. We'll be really making sure that our customers love our product and doing that A/B testing and really doing the product fit with those first 250 members. So you can see we launched from a 90-day cybersecurity accelerator called Mach 37 just recently. We hope to receive our 300K in funding by end of March and do our beta launch by July, and then go and, you know, go basically full scale direct to consumer nationwide market by November. Our membership starts out very low and meager, very conservative. Then we start ramping up, getting to about 80,000 at the end of 27. But realistically, these are ridiculously conservative. We could be in the millions of members as long as this product has high quality and is easy to use. And, you know, we maintain that first to market power. So we are projecting profits of 8.5 million after 3 years on revenue of 50 million. I'm the CEO of our team. Our team is the best part of this story, really. We have 11 people on board right now, over 210 years of experience. My claim to fame is I helped build the National Counterterrorism Ops Center after 9/11. I've got a long career in IT and intelligence and defense and IT security. Our chief marketing officer's claim to fame is he started out with a small company and built it all the way up till it was acquired by Oracle for over 600 million. Our CFO is a Naval Academy grad, Scott Chesson, 25 years in finance and operations. Our CIO, we call him our chief signature reduction officer, is Trevor Hill. He's our Green Beret in residence, and he's done just a lovely job of really trying on each piece of the cloak and selecting these products and integrating them. He's also helped develop the phone. He's also good friends with Social Mobile, who sold 12 million phones last year to the DoorDash folks. So it's a highly credible plan to go to market. Our seed ask is we're seeking 300K to get us to November. By the time we get to beta launch and then go out and go from, say, August to November, at that point, we're going to go back out to the world and ask for 3 to 5 million so we can go direct to consumer and pay for that. But all we need now to really reach a launch with high integrity, you know, and what I mean by high integrity means, you know, secure back-end testing, people on staff that can do the work at the speed it needs to be done. It's still most of our work is coming from sweat equity at this point, but this is just what we need to really launch with high integrity and high quality, because this is such a vital need for the nation. So these are our asks, and I also, if anybody wants to be tracked in terms of joining our newsletter or becoming a beta user, please go ahead and let us know. So give us your email so we can make sure that we directly go to you when we're ready to do beta launch. And sincerely appreciate everyone's time. And thank you very much to Localvest for this wonderful opportunity and platform. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Tom. Yeah, I do encourage you to all to go out either from an investment side of things, but then also, like I say, the beta testing is something that we don't like to think about having to go through, but it is something that is probably going to come across more people's desks, those of us who are here, than we want. So thank you, Tom, for being here. Our last presentation, I will turn over to Sean. You can share your screen. He's got Marketbloc.ai. He's an Army vet and then shifted to the world of marketing. This is kind of an exciting one, so we'll turn it over to you, Sean.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Jake. I just wanted to first thank you guys and thanks for what you're doing. I think this will be my fourth startup as a service-disabled veteran. Having organizations like this that connects investors with founders, I think, is really important. And just wanted to thank you guys for doing this and for building this community. So with that said, I will share my screen. Always fun to go last, but hopefully we're not least. And how does that look? Can you see? Okay, awesome. All right, so my name is Sean Gifflin. I'm the founder and CMO, Chief Marketing Officer of Marketbloc. Did you know that small businesses spend around 40 grand a year on marketing technology that they rarely use? Not an insignificant amount for small businesses who are pinching pennies and watching every dollar, but it hints at a bigger need and a bigger problem in the industry that we're trying to solve. And what we're trying to solve is marketing for the 400 million small businesses worldwide. So my name is Sean Gilfillan. Meet the team. My background is a former public company CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, did marketing campaigns for 52 of the Fortune 200 companies, including some of those on your screen: Salesforce, Amazon, Red Bull, Starbucks. I'm a former U.S. diplomat and U.S. Army officer with tours at the Pentagon and overseas in Iraq. I launched Space Fest, the largest music festival on military bases worldwide, where I got to meet all those Fortune 100 companies and do integrated marketing campaigns for them. Anna is a co-founder. She built Charlotte Tilbury as the first North American employee to about a $1.5 billion exit. Nikhil is our Chief Product Officer, the top conversational Gen AI guy in the region, does conversational Gen AI for CBS, for NFL. The company Metacryptics is part of our team. They're a top conversational Gen AI team that builds for Fortune 500. And then here's Block, our Chief Marketing Assistant, who I'll introduce you to in a second. The biggest problem that we're solving is marketing is broken. All of us are business owners or invest in businesses. We see this all the time. Marketing agencies can't help 400 million small businesses worldwide. As an institution, advertisers are trusted less than politicians, as you can imagine. It's cost prohibitive for most. They're focused on programmatic, despite the fact that we know it's ad fraud is rampant. And consultants and entry-level employees that small businesses can afford don't have backgrounds in marketing sciences. Plus, if you add the fact that there's 13,000 MarTech options out there today, for example, we all know CRM platforms like Salesforce or HubSpot. Those are one and two of 13,080 MarTech options today. So how in the world are you supposed to choose or know which ones are right for your business or category? There's 6 categories of MarTech options, and there's 49 subcategories. The average enterprise is 91, and the average small business is juggling 5 to 10. Our solution is a conversational Gen AI marketing assistant named Block. Block will do 3 things really, really well. He will design and execute marketing campaigns He will sit on top of and integrate your MarTech stack, suggesting different solutions based on your category and where you are in your business growth. He will advise you on brand and marketing strategy based on actual marketing science, not just what's worked in the past or anecdotal evidence or opinion. Therefore, I really believe our mission here at Marketbloc for the team is to really democratize access to marketing for all. Block will take users through these 6 phases of marketing in a way that's really fun and interactive. A lot of folks, when they're doing marketing or they get tasked with marketing at a small business, they might not have any background, they don't know where to start. Block will help walk them through, depending where they are in the process or where the business is at, through marketing research all the way to the left, all the way through where you're building a feedback loop or a data flywheel all the way to the right, and through the iteration and the creation that you want your marketing function to do, leading to revenue and tying to revenue growth. Here's what it will really look like. You open up, you talk to Block, you look at your brands or existing products and services. Block can come on and help you do market research, looking at new products and services that are in an adjacent market, looking for opportunities. Block will help you do creative design, let's build a brand, looking at different colors in your category, making sure they don't overlap with other competitor brands, making sure they're distinct, and you can build a set of distinct brand assets that will resonate with your target consumer. Block can also manage your MarTech and website and social media. So, everything that you do on those websites can transition and transfer from one social media site to another, to your email marketing, to your MarTech stack. He'll be able to automate that for you in a way that will assist you where you're not spending all your time trying to plug in APIs or trying to convince the IT department to take on your MarTech stack. More importantly, he'll give you a dashboard and reporting option where you can go justify marketing spend and ROAS, return on ad spend, to your CEO, to your bosses. And so really helpful, as marketing is the least trusted function in small businesses, really helpful to tie that to revenue growth and to prove to leadership that you are going to drive revenue. So he'll be able to look at your sales data, your share of voice data on social, your marketing, your brand salience, collect that and give you some actionable insights at the end. Our revenue model is a SaaS model. If you think about the 2 industries that we combined, a conversational Gen AI like a ChatGPT and a MarTech platform like a Canva, very much using the same sort of revenue model. And by the way, ChatGPT is valued at $86 billion today, and Canva is valued at $40 billion today, both doing over $1 billion in revenue. That's where the MarTech and the AI industries are today. Very exciting world. Here's the traction that we have. We've built out the back end. We literally just got the prototype today, so we're 2 days early. Our next step is to raise this capital so we can build out an MVP. And then start testing products with our beta group. The market's humongous. I don't have to show you these slides. There's 400 million small businesses in the world. There's 33 million small businesses just in the US. The ask for us today is we're doing a pre-seed and pre-revenue. 500K gives us 12 months of runway, gets us to $6 million in annual revenue this year. Trying to be really conservative with the projections, knowing that some of the bigger unicorns are doing over $1 billion in years 5 to 7. Our goal is to build this up and to IPO or exit years 4 through 6. And in summary, we have a really experienced team. We're going to continue to build up our marketing team and our AI team with best in class, best in the world. MarTech and Gen AI is a massive market, probably the 2 hottest markets in the world right now. We have a very, very fun, highly scalable solution. It's 80% profit margin, highly profitable, and we believe we're building valuable IP as a proprietary platform. So that's it for Marketbloc, and we want to not do amazing things together, but we want to do amazing things for you. And that's it for me.
All right, thanks, Sean. And it looks like that's our last presentation for the today. I'll remind you, we'll send out a follow-up email with the recordings. You can go back and look at them, all the information you have if you're interested in speaking to several different companies here. A few more things are coming down the long line, so log into Localvest. Our next event will be on March 7th. Follow our Facebook and LinkedIn pages, great place to get information. I said, but really we've been going the first Thursday of the month. I encourage you to come there and do that. And you can register for the next event. We'll put some of that information in there. So thank you all for attending. And from all of us here at Localvest, I hope you have a great